Hello everybody, it's your boy, the Frustrated Canadian, and welcome back to a new episode of Cities Skylines Winfield. And the flippin' second, wow, English. I open this game, we have no electricity. Whoops, alright, let's fix that, because I did a little crazy stuff. I broke some things, and I fixed some things, you know, just classic stuff cooking in here. From the last video, the biggest updates here are we built this trumpet, which y'all knew about already if you pay attention to the series. Oh, and then we made this little exit, which obviously isn't working right now. What the heck? Oh, we don't need people doing two. Imagine this. I feel like City Skylines just hates me. Oh, it's because it was already upgraded to that type of road. All right, there we go. Look at that. Look at that. What have ye? We have fixed ye problems. So yeah, one of the updates I did in between the videos is I separated this highway. So I get some cars doing some U-turns here because they're crazy mother truckers. Then we divided the highway and split out here, and this will be fixed later because I just can't. I tried and it broke. But for today's video, we're a solid min 30 in here. Let's get cooking here. We're gonna design a new industrial area. So what we're using the DLC mode. I don't know what that means. We're gonna use a DLC for industries. So I'll be giving you guys a quick rundown, figure out what's cooking in here, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna be doing a farming district. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little peek over here and see what the resources look like. So if you come into this resource module right here, you can see that I built cities over top of the best farmland because I'm stupid. But that's okay. We'll allow it. We have a little bit of room here. It's gonna be some of the worst farmland ever. We might expand our farmland across the river at some point, but I digress. So once you get this done, you're like, all right, we know exactly where our farming industry is. So you're going to pop that bad boy right open. You're going to click in here on your zones, and you're going to come underneath. We'll slow the speed down here a bit into our paint industry area. So let us paint an area. So we are going to create this whole little area right here is going to be all specifically for farming. Right up to the edge of the water, right up to the side of the highway. We'll probably have a forest industry here at some point, but this city doesn't allow for, or this zone mode doesn't allow for anything else. So we are going to now come into this next tab, and we're going to turn this into, okay. Oh, hello. I didn't like that. I don't like that. What did I just do? What did I just do? You are now, okay, whatever. I don't even know what that was. That's new. That was new to me. So now that you got this bad boy done, we're going to come to farming, and you can see we have this industrial area here. I really don't like this box, but this basically tells you that you have extractor buildings coming into processor buildings, a little unique factory cooking, then you get some money from commercial zones. So we're going to close this so we can actually see what we're doing. And what we'll do first is we're going to try to build a little bit of a road infrastructure here. Nothing too crazy, just something that will allow us to develop this area in a way that makes logical sense. So we're gonna do no really tipsy curvy roads because the plan here is to maximize and utilize all of our space, but we will have this road connect in. Let's parallel this guy like so. Come across there and come back. And this guy coming, like, why did, oh, I just did one-way roads the whole way because I'm insane. Hold up. I do this sometimes. We don't want one-way roads all over the place. So we're gonna make sure that this is set up in a way that makes total sense. And we will actually put one of these guys in here, over here. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have for storage over on this side. So now that you have this kind of area set up, we're going to come back in this tab. That guy's going to pop open, and you're going to set up a farm main building. So this is the main building of your farm. Turn this area into a designated farming district. So we're going to plop that bad boy down and unlock a few new things. So we're going to unlock silos. We are going to unlock small animal pastures, small crop fields, and some small fruit fields. Very exciting. Very exciting. So now that you have this down, what you can do is you can see, so if you highlight over spots, so this is a little bit of a nuance here. So, I mean, again, looking at this top up here, we have not a lot of fertile land on this map, but a ton of ore and a ton of wood. The only problem with the ore is that it's all sitting in mountains, obviously, which would make kind of sense. So we're not going to be able to do much with that currently. And we need to utilize what little farming space we have. So if you take a look, we're zoomed in here. Let me just 1 second. While I'm just doing this, we're going to toss in a little bit of water. If any of you have OCD, the way I do things may drive you totally bonkers, but it's okay. It is just normal. All right, let's go back into the industries tab, close this bad boy. So what you will be doing is taking a look here. So you're going to click on your farm, and if we actually do, let's keep this open. So see how if I hover over this, look at construction cost 4,000, estimated 4,800 units per week. If we take that off over here, we're at 2496. So if you hover it and it's 0 over here, so you really need to, like, the industry stuff matters. Like, and if we came over here, you can get 4,800. So we're going to average about 4,800 where we do have resources. So to maximize some of this resource space, what we'll do is we'll have some extra roads kind of come off here and across, so like that, and we are going to start utilizing this area. So I'm going to come back into resources, and we're just going to maximize some of this here. So we're going to plop down a few little farms like so, and we're going to plop down a few fruit fields. I forgot what they were called there for a second. We are going to plop these down over it on the other side. We're going to try to separate the farm out just a little bit, just like so. And then what you're also going to need is, if you want animals, these don't necessarily need to be where you have crops. Obviously you can see it doesn't really truly matter. So what we're going to do is, do I have anywhere decent we could do this? Got a few things. I guess before we go to animals, let's take a look at the crops here. So you can see, you can change your appearance. It's all going to create the same thing, but just for fun, we're going to do corn. We're going to have cotton. We'll do potatoes. We'll do wheat, and then we'll have a greenhouse just to spread it out a little bit to see different ones. Here we got apples, you got oranges, you got pears, and yeah, we'll focus on apples for this farm. Considering we're like Vancouver Island kind of area, and we'll do greenhouse just for that year-round good stuff. So we'll just fast forward here real quick, and I'm just curious. Yep, power is connecting up. Perfect. So what we're going to do now that we've done that is we're going to kind of come down here, and we're going to come back into this industry tab, turn that guy off. We don't want to use any of our arable land for animals, so I'm going to take a look here. That's a lot more better land in there. So I think we're going to expand the city up that way and probably down here. Let's try to keep this farmland constrained in here. So what we'll do... I'm gonna do a couple right here. Just do a few. Obviously, this will be an interesting one. We're going to do cows. We're going to do Highland cows. And we're going to do pigs. Just for the sake of it. So you got all your little animals growing in here. They're all looking happy, looking swell. And then the last thing we want to do, and this one's more like long term because you're going to have a lot of resources coming in and out. You're going to take a look at your storage here, and this will cause traffic issues. So the reason we put a one-way road here is so we can get this traffic funneling in and then coming in here. So let us put down a couple of small storage containers here. And yeah, there we go. So you guys they're going to be balanced. We're going to try to hold as much as we can. Just try to balance between being full and empty, because then we can have enough feed as we grow stuff. Another thing we can take a look at here is within this area industry info. So this will kind of tell you what you're producing. So currently we're not producing any flour, but we are just producing resources here. And then we're also having people employed in the area. And we're quite rapidly increasing the amount of people employed and resources. So we'll actually very quickly be making it to the next steps. We're growing crops, we're growing animals, the amount of times, and this is how much money you'll make. So right now, based on upkeep and costs, we're going to be producing $68 a week. And you can click on this guy here to kind of just see. And as you level up, obviously, we're going to create new buildings. So within the next 52 seconds, we will see that. And here you see we're going to have a whole bunch of trucks coming to fill these bad boys up. And this will back yourself up. So that's why we have to make sure we are sitting off of the highways in areas that require less traffic to be going down them. So, all right, level two, perfect. We get more efficiency, but more pollution. So we're going to get a flour mill, a bakery, workers barracks, cow shed, and a small barn. So let us take a look-see here. Let us see what we've got. You come back into this tab here and you can see this barracks. So the barracks increases work efficiency in the area. Each building maximizes work efficiency back to 5%. So we get a little bit of noise pollution, but you also get happier workers. So we'll toss a couple of these guys in here. It'll cost a little bit of money, but we should get some more efficiency upgrades for that. The other thing we got here is, hold up, I thought we got bigger fields. That might be another level. We got a flour mill. And I don't remember if this has to be inside. Yes, it does. Not an industry area. So I'm thinking we kind of place this bad boy. It's going to have pollution. So you want to make sure you don't have it right by your animals. So what we will do, I know we have people living up here, so we might expand this industry area just across the highway. Just like so. And close to the highway. So then at least you have a little bit more area to allow your citizens to grow our little industry area here. So we'll close this guy, bring this up, and we'll put a road across just underneath the Brit. Ooh, like so. And then we'll just make sure our power stays connected so our farmers can do the farming stuff that they like to do. Come across here. We're going to create this little area on this side for it'll be specifically for farming as well. And this will more specifically be for factories. And maybe actually what we'll do is we'll move these guys, because I think we should probably try to keep the cows away from our crops. I don't know if it pollutes or not, but you know, we just need to make sure. Look at these little cows. They're running across the road. Little jank. All right, look at this. Look at these guys. They're so silly. Run, run, moo cows, run. Run, my sweet precious cows. I do love me a Highland cow. Don't get me wrong here. Oh God, don't laugh at me. This is hilarious. All right, we're going to come back into this bad boy, close you, bring you up, and we are going to put down the flour mill. So we're going to make sure we keep it away from people. Put it there, and we get a cattle shed, and this will be where we store our cattle. We'll toss it right beside. And finally, this is where we start getting some beautification type stuff. We're going to close that guy, and we're going to create a shed here. A couple sheds on each side. Kind of makes these look a little cool. And then we'll put the one more like maybe right there and right there. And these guys also hold storage, so let's expect a lot of roads to come in now that we have that. Let me just make sure our power is connected. And yes, so, I mean, this has been a pretty quick, hot and heavy guide on the industry of farming. And this is a fairly efficient zone because we have traffic coming off and there's plenty of room to drop their storage off. See, it's quite balanced. We're getting a lot of guys coming in and out just from our own crops and others. It's very basic, just similar to the transit where you have a certain amount of workers you need. So we can fit up to 645 workers in this area. It produces lots of units of crops and such. And yeah, so as your population grows, you'll obviously fill more roles and you'll make some profit off of this. It's not nearly as profitable as your oil and gas industries or mining. Obviously, those are high input industries, a lot of revenue that comes out of them. But it'll still get you a bit of an economy going and keep your people working. So you can get rid of these kind of generic industry areas. So this has been a quick overview of farming. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please feel free to like and subscribe. I'll have a little bit of some new content coming out here soon. I've been kind of recording my first actual script for a video. And yeah, we'll get to it when we get to it. I will leave the video off here. This is your boy, the Frustrated Canadian. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it. And I will see you all in the next video. Cheers, everybody.